What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Thursday, December 16th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 4-game slate tonight. Kind of a tough slate, got a lot of back-to-backs on this slate. So let's take a look at the point guard position. So at the point guard position, I got a value play for you. I like David Duke Jr. from the Brooklyn Nets playing the Philadelphia 76ers, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. They give up the 10th most fantasy points to opposing point guards. David Duke Jr., he scored 40 fantasy points last game, played 37 minutes. He had a 16% usage rate. He's projected at 19.8 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.7 times value. But if he's going to get 35 plus minutes, he could score 25 plus fantasy points and crush value on this slate because he's only $4,200 DraftKings salary. Now he's $1,900 more on FanDuel, so I love that DraftKings price. Vegas thinks there's going to be 213.5 points scored in this game. So I like David Duke Jr. here versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. Okay, now here's another value play. I like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope from the Washington Wizards playing the Phoenix Suns, who have a good defense overall. They've been good versus opposing shooting guards, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has averaged 21.8 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 29 minutes per game with a 17% usage rate. He's projected at 22 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.5 times value. He's $4,000 DraftKings salary, $1,000 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 215.5 points scored in this game. And Caldwell-Pope has scored 26 and 25 fantasy points in the last 2 games, playing 28 and 30 minutes. So I like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope here versus the Phoenix Suns. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. So I think this is like a studs and duds or a studs and scrubs type of build lineup here tonight. So the stud that I like on this slate is Kevin Durant from the Brooklyn Nets playing the Philadelphia 76ers, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they're middle-of-the-pack defending opposing small forwards. Kevin Durant has averaged 50.9 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 37 minutes per game with a 32% usage rate. He's projected at 54.5 fantasy points here tonight, but I think he can score 60 fantasy points or more in this one. And he's $12,300 DraftKings salary, $300 less on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 213.5 points scored in this game. And Kevin Durant has scored 71, 79, and 52 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 48, 41, and 38 minutes. So I like Kevin Durant here versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. Another stud on this slate that I like is Julius Randle from the New York Knicks playing the Houston Rockets, who have the second worst defense overall. They give up the 7th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Julius Randle has averaged 42.5 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 35 minutes per game with a 28% usage rate. He's projected at 42.6 fantasy points here tonight, but I think he can score 50 fantasy points or more in this one and get you 5 times value or more. He's $10,000 DraftKings salary, but he's $1,300 less on FanDuel. So I like that FanDuel price. And Vegas thinks there's going to be 215.5 points scored in this game. And Julius Randle has scored 49, 30, and 41 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 37, 35, and 37 minutes. So I like Julius Randle here versus the Houston Rockets. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, moving on to the center position, I like Miles Turner from the Indiana Pacers playing the Detroit Pistons, who have the 7th worst defense overall. They're middle of the pack defending opposing centers. Miles Turner has averaged 31.1 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 30 minutes per game with a 17% usage rate. He's projected at 32.9 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.9 times value. He's $6,700 DraftKings salary, $300 less on FanDuel, and Vegas thinks there's going to be 210.5 points scored in this game. Miles Turner has scored 37, 28, and 35 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 30, 35, and 36 minutes. So I like Miles Turner here versus the Detroit Pistons. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.